Hi guys, welcome back to my NFL stadium reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing my experience of Chicago Bears Soldier Field. Have to be honest, unfortunately this is the worst one I'm going to do of my trip so far. Um, Not sure how unlucky I was, but the trip was a bit of a trip from hell. America announced that you had to have a COVID test 24 hours before you left. I was leaving on the morning of New Year's Day, which meant I had to get one New Year's Eve, which was an absolute nightmare, and I had to pay an arm and a leg to do it. I then didn't get it through till 5 in the morning, the result, and at 10 in the morning I was flying. I couldn't then load it up on the app once I was at the airport, so I had to go the old-fashioned way. I then managed to get on the plane. Eventually, the plane got to the runway, sat there, then reported it was going back to the airport because people had failed the security. They had to get off, go through and get on again. I was on the plane for over 2 hours before it even left. Then someone had a heart attack on the plane. We thought we were going to have to be diverted, but we didn't. But when we got to Chicago, we weren't allowed to get up. The paramedics had to come on board and see to the person first, and typically they were right at the back of the plane. Hopefully that person was okay. I then had trouble getting an Uber. I wanted to go and see a fire station that's in Chicago Fire, and I eventually did get an Uber after one cancelled on me after she made the mistake, and the prices were really fluctuating because it was New Year's Day. I then went to the fire station, had a look around, and then couldn't get an Uber. Had an absolute nightmare. In the end, I had to Google map my hotel and walk for 2.5 miles at night time in Chicago with it snowing and blowing straight in my face. So that was my fun trip. The next day, I decided I wasn't going to go to the game too early. It was freezing cold, so I didn't. When I did go to the game, I was really glad I didn't go early because there wasn't much of a tailgate at all, really. There was just one big organised one, and that was it. I then got to the stadium, couldn't get Wi-Fi, so I couldn't bring my ticket up on my phone. Had a nightmare getting in. Kept getting passed from pillar to post, and then someone said, "Do you mind if you send the ticket to me?" And I used my phone. I went, "Of course not. I just want to get in." I then got in and ordered some food. Started eating it as I was walking away, and it was stone cold. Had to take it back, ask for another one because it was cold. They gave me another one, and it was cold as well. I didn't go back a second time. Um, the stadium's definitely old, but obviously Chicago are looking to build a new one. You can see why when you're going there. Compared to a lot of the other stadiums, are a lot newer. It definitely lacked that, but I'm sure when they do have a new one, it's going to be amazing. I have seen a video of a potential one. It looks phenomenal. I then watched the worst NFL game that I've ever seen live. Giants got absolutely smashed by Chicago. Then I was right near the front, and at the end of the game, the Giants Giants players were going off into the corner right where I was sat. I did go as a Giants fan, and they were giving the fans stuff like their gloves and that. I was next in line to get something, and a Giants fan from New York came down and started bellowing at the team, shouting his head off, insulting them, etc. So all the players stopped giving out things and just put their head down and walked through. So that fan, he messed up my game as well. So between everything, it was a pretty poor experience. Not saying I wouldn't go again. I think I was just pretty unlucky, but that happened. At least it was one I ticked off the box. Maybe I should go again just to see if I get a better experience. Maybe go in a different time of the year as well. If not, maybe it'll just be their new stadium once it's built. So that's my review of Soldier Field. Appreciate if you like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that malarkey. Be really, really grateful for that. Until next time, guys. Thank you. Bye.